Feels really weird doing it here. Hi. Okay, so hello. God, I'm like I'm echoing. It's not Sadie's. And I'm trying to speak it like a normal voice, and it's echoing.
It's really, yeah.
So, hi. Now, we're really hoping that this live is going to work. But we're on tour, right? So who knows what's going to happen. But I'm here with Sadie from Atlantic Spirit. I'm going to spin one of your bottles around so we can just see. Oh, look, it says we're live on YouTube. Oh, look, there we go. We've got the lineup. Woohoo. Hi, Louisa. I can't shout normally. I'm at home and it's like the kids are sleeping. I can just like, ah. And we have got just so you know, we've got no concept of how loud we are, which I don't in life anyway. I might sit on the floor. Right.
Yes.
So, country, I mean, where are we?
It's called Morton House. So it used to be part of a private school called Grenfell College. And so this was like a house for the boys to stay in, like the boarding.
Oh, boarding.
So it's a boarding house for them. But previous to that, it was owned by Lord Stukely. So
Lord
the
Stukely.
chap that built it.
Now, folks, I know you've been on this page for a while. Never did you think they'd let me into a country manor. However, they have. And it's absolutely, I know it was once spectacular and it's on its journey back to being unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, hi Rachel, hi Karen. So as part of our, I need to whisper slightly. I might get told off by a housemaster or something exciting like that. And I must say, please excuse how I look. I've been sat in the car for 3 hours and 50 minutes in traffic. So I need a gin. So as part of doing this, just like traveling around the country, technically called a holiday, but the children and the husband don't really know much about what's going on here. Sadie from Atlantic Spirit, who we were due to have chief distiller with us, weren't we? He's otherwise engaged. Yeah, he's otherwise maybe a bit of man flu, we don't know. We're just going to leave him, needs a bit of bedtime. So I've sent Sam outside with the kids. Who knows where they shall be. And before I go and sleep in the caravan for 3 nights, I'm going to live it up, isn't it? It's all glamorous here. We had our glamorous hotel last night. We are going to have a look at Atlantic Spirit and exciting news. And I'm going to show you the image that I've made because Sadie and I have chatted, and look what's happening later, folks. Competition, baby. Whoop-de-doo. Yes, so I'm going to launch that competition.
Excellent.
For a bottle of Laver gin. Now, you normally, like, you meet a distillery, like, can I see your signature? Can I see your, like, the pink or plain thing that I had the other day when twice on this holiday I've been asked, do you want pink or plain gin? And I was nearly sick with anger. You don't get any of that here.
No. All nice and clean and like gin.
Clean, beautiful. Now, we've had a rebrand, haven't we?
Yeah, so that happened. So our previous labels were made by Quinton.
Was it?
Yeah. We were just
DIY design.
Yeah, we're literally DIY design. And then, at the beginning of this year, we decided we wanted to rebrand it, or we needed to. Yeah, and then COVID hit, so we had a nice long period of time to sit with the designer of the bottles and go and see him like once a week, twice a week, and get all this sorted out because it takes time.
It does.
And you realise just quite how fussy you are about
you
realise how fussy you always.
And working with your husband.
Yeah.
And designing with your husband.
Yeah.
Very, very difficult.
Yeah.
So I bought last year, so where we are now, hi everybody. I came down to Abbotsham.
Yes, Abbotham's just
up there. Last year, and bought a bottle of Atlantic Spirit Thai basil gin. And what I'm yet to do is make a basil smash.
When I made it about a month ago. Oh my goodness!
Has it got to be done?
I could drink that every day.
Really?
Yeah, it was just lovely.
So
just with plain basil leaves. I didn't use Thai basil leaves in that one, just the ordinary sort of Thai basil.
Let's see if we can show you all the lineup. Can you see?
Sorry, these are the empty ones. The full ones are over there. I haven't drunk this
No point looking at the empties, is there, everybody? What a waste of time that is. Okay, so we've got. Talk us through it. I'll let.
Do you want me to tell you a little bit about them as I go
Yes,
through?
come on.
right. So they're all numbered. So this was number 1. So obviously the first one, that's the hibiscus. So his summer job when he was a youngster, he used to go and do some grape picking for a winery in France. And so he learned loads doing that. And he went back for a few summers and quite a nice bit of money doing it. As you know, I suppose he was about 18, 19.
Oh, that's like a dream job. A dream job at 18-year-old man.
But learned loads about the process. And then his brother actually moved out to France and decided that he'd quite like to work at this winery. So he's still out there. But what happened? Quinn sort of learned.
Still out there.
He's still out there.
How long is
He's working out there now. So he's part of the vineyard now. So that's awesome. So when we go out there, we get to try the wines.
Nice.
So so it came from sort of tasting a bottle of gin and thinking, what's that flavour? What's that? What is that I can taste, because I've not tried that before. And when he honed it down, it was hibiscus.
Okay.
So he was like, right. So when he started, when I bought him still for his birthday, he started with hibiscus flowers to sort of try and make his first gin. And it took, 18 months to 2 years to get a recipe that he was happy with. But that's where that one came from. So that was his first little baby.
So how long ago was this baby born?
So that was probably, we're in our 3rd year now, so that's probably, about 3.5 years ago, that one.
And just in case you are wondering, yes, it does have local Tarka Springs water.
Yes, from Torrington. So
Torrington.
The rolling hills of Torrington. It's a beautiful place.
It is a beautiful place around here, generally. Driving to it today, it's like spectacular. And then this house just finishes it all off. I can't promise this every week, folks. Country manners, not the standard.
And then when we started, obviously that was our first one, and then the RHS Gardens at Rosemore, which is also in Torrington, they allowed us to go into their gardens with a head gardener and go into their botanical garden.
Okay.
And try and pick out something that we thought might make an interesting gin. So he found the lemon balm and Lord June
nice.
And another time, I can't quite remember the name.
Don't worry. Quentin will tell us.
Yeah, he'll tell us another time. So that's where that one came from. But the lemon balm is...
Can I smell it?
Oh, yeah.
I love lemon balm.
Oh, it's just such a real citrus hit when you sort of rub those leaves. And it's a real summer one, that one, and really stands up for cocktails and things, that one.
That smells delightful.
Yeah, it's a good one, that one. So yeah.
Lemon and did you make that for them?
No. We went
there. No, that is a no. They cannot claim any part of
Well,
it.
they asked us to make a rose one at the time, which he did, and it was just that was the most hilarious few days spent in that garden, because obviously you've got people walking around in nice tranquil gardens, and there's Quinn in a bush taking down all the roses from these bushes, like making an old lady's job. We did a rose one for them, but then obviously we took this one, and now we've sort of bought all the lemon balm and all the due time from them. We've got it in our garden and sort of like trying to tend to it so we don't have to go out there all the time to go and pick it. And then
so hibiscus, lemon and thyme,
and then this one is the first seasonal one that we do, which is samphire, which is the expensive sea vegetable that we all sort of see.
Yeah, we often get pop some samphire in your gin.
Yeah.
Oh, short samphire. So what is this seasonal?
Well, it starts growing. It's from June to August, basically. So the end.
Well, that's a short life, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's a super duper plant. It's got great roots, and wherever it grows on the rivers and things, it sort of keeps that seabed and that mud together. So it's a really great little plant. This summer, I swear, our riverbanks are just absolutely covered with it. I don't know whether it's just something to do with
less traffic.
Who knows?
COVID. Oh no, look! We disappeared. Sorry, we were just laughing about the fact that Quentin might be hiding in bushes. Hi Robin, we did start late, yes. The traffic, blame the traffic coming from Basingstoke.
So that one is a really soft, gentle gin, but it does something, it's quite oily and viscous when you drink it. It sort of fills your mouth. And the only one that when he distills it sort of smells of something different as he's distilling.
Oh.
So all the others, they smell like hibiscus. It's kind of got that hint. This one, he had to come and get me because he thought he was going crazy. He's like, "Can you smell apple and blackcurrant pepper?"
Really?
And I was like, he's losing it. But actually, when you walk in the room, that's what you can smell. So we've gone for like apple or blackberry for that one as a garnish, and it seems to sort of really lift it.
Apple and blackberry garnish. I'm going to see if we are still. I don't know if you can still see us, folks. We're just going to carry on. We're having a lovely time. We're about to try something to drink.
And then this, number 4 was Lundy, because obviously we are blessed to live in a beautiful bay, Bideford Bay. And it looks out onto Lundy Island. Sometimes you can see her, sometimes you can't. On the horizon. Special place for us growing up. We used to go out when my dad died there, and we wanted to do something with Lundy on the bottle. So this one is the lemon and thyme, but gorse flowers added to it, which gives it a nice honeyed sweetness.
Oh, that sounds
like
delicious.
A sort of slight green colour to it. So,
and the only one
puffin. Obviously, Lundy in Norse means puffin. So, yeah.
I hope we're still here, folks. This is what the Lundy has, the puffin on the bottle.
Yeah. So, and I swam there last year, actually. I was the first lady to swim there. So I swam from Parkman Point to Lundy Island to raise funds for Service Against Sewage and things, because I volunteer locally for them to do beach cleans and things like that. So
she's a very good person. Is anyone else getting that value? A good person.
Essentially, I'm a good person.
Oh, so I can smell kind of the lemon and thyme sort of.
And then the gorse. I think when you smell gorse on a summer's day, it smells of coconut, doesn't it? You kind of get that hint of coconut when you're out.
Okay.
And he didn't know whether he was going to get that from it, but it doesn't. It gives it like just a honeyed taste. So it works really nice with the lemon. Let's see. Are we still there, folks? Can you still see us?
Can hear you, but frozen picture.
Okay.
I mean, okay. We could be doing anything right now.
So yeah, that's where the London one comes from. We just wanted to do. It's my favourite.
Is it your favourite?
I'm not allowed to say, because it's like a family, isn't it? You're not allowed to say that you've got a favourite. But that was my favourite at the moment, and it's often interchangeable with this one, which is the Thai basil. Now this one, when he told me he was going to make this, I was just like, "You're nuts! It's not going to work. It's going to be like ouzo." And initially, when he did make it, it was pretty powerful, but we spent a bit of time out in Thailand, love the food when we were, again, younger, no commitments. He wanted to make something with it because it's a taste that he likes. Yeah. And oh my God,
what do you garnish that with?
At the moment, just lime.
I was going to say, I'll just put lime.
Yeah. I've tried dried lime in it, but I think I'm still erring on the side of a fresh lime.
I think it needs fresh lime.
Yeah.
It's got an ever so slight sweetness, but a very clear basil smell.
Yeah, and it's just, and I think it's
we don't know if we're live or not.
Yeah, it's the most unusual one, I think.
Yeah.
So, and then this one comes in and out of my favourite. This is another seasonal one. This is laver, which is a local seaweed. It's in Wales, Lava.
Oh, okay.
Down here at Laver. And it grows in the rock pools down here at Abbotsford. So again, seasonal, but it has 2 seasons, laver. So we were a little bit luckier with this one. We can sort of make more of this one. This one messes with your head. I don't know whether you read a review.
This is the competition. We're back. Hi, thanks.
I don't know whether you read a review on our Instagram the other day from the lady that had tried it, and she just said it messed with her head, but she said it in a different way than that. Because it smells.
And this is the competition one, laver. Oh, I'm glad we're back. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, because I think this is one that maybe you wouldn't necessarily go for if you saw them on the shelf. So it smells. Well, you tell me what it smells of. It's kind of
pungent.
Yeah.
I think it's a very clear. It smells slightly seaey.
Yeah. But when people smell it, they're like, "Oh my God, what's this going to taste like?"
What is it going to taste like?
Because obviously you don't want a gin that tastes of seawater, but
it's a really unique smell, though, isn't it? I mean, that is a gin. If you want a talking point gin. I think your whole collection, your whole family, as you said, is a talking point family. Yeah. This is not.
They've all got their little story.
They've all got something different going on. Yeah. But as a smell, you go,
And maybe that one's going to be my favourite, because this is the one that I didn't like initially. And there's always somebody like that in your family, I guess. But and when he first made it, because obviously it's quite rich in iron, later when you pick it. He had to get that iron taste out but keep the actual flavour of the seaweed. So that one, when you actually put it in a gin and I garnish it with grapefruit slice. It just really like zings. I love it.
Oh, it's got a really interesting smell, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Right, we have frozen. Oh, Louisa, I may be having to get myself this full set when I go on holiday. We have frozen. So do you know what we're going to try and do? Let's see.
Oh, Louisa's coming down, isn't
she? She is indeed. Let me see if I can keep us going. Let me see if I can. According to... Oh, no, we're there. I just checked on Facebook. Right. So the laver is the competition one.
Yeah.
Tia, we are near Abbotsham. We are between Bideford
and probably Bideford and Heartland.
We're near North Devon. I like how Louisa's just gone North Devon. Yeah, that was going to be my sum up as well, Louisa.
Yeah. Right. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to try
and
meat,
want to do
or
this?
do you
always try meat?
Good.
Slightly scared that there's 6.
I try. I'm not very good
I am staying in a caravan. I was in a very posh hotel yesterday, as you would have seen, and I'm now back down to earth with the caravan.
I don't know how much you want.
I don't kind of set out to drink it neat on how much do you want to drink? Right.
I'll try a little bit with you, but I've got to. So that one, the nose on this one, when I'm bottling it, I do really enjoy this.
Oh, I like the smell of that.
It's got that nice floral.
I can just smell it. It's so strong you get drunk from smelling it.
So you get the floral notes, obviously, from the hibiscus, and there's licorice root in that.
Yeah, it tastes the licorice root.
And then the cardamom sort of just gives a little bit of heat.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so you've got really nice sweetness of hibiscus, and then a little kick of warmth.
Yeah. It seems really mean drinking in front of me.
Feel very posh, drinking in a country manner. Now, we must remember it's Nietzsche and we're borrowing the space, Kate. You don't live here. It's not your new home.
There you go.
Oh, I
know. Just like one sip.
This is water, isn't it?
Yeah, it's water.
Nothing else.
Yeah. But I really do, now I get the lip, just that little bit of sweetness from the licorice.
I really like hibiscus as a flavour as well. I really enjoy it. Looking at all of these, the one that I'm naturally drawn to is, I would say, lemon and thyme.
Yeah.
And I want to go back because I've not tried I've only got a tiny bit left, but I've not tried my Thai basil one for a long time.
I'm not going to make you try all of them if you think you're going to fall over.
That's disappointing, isn't it?
Right, let's go for the lemon and thyme.
Could send the kids to the caravan park.
This one's like a classic London dry. This is his classic London dry. So,
doesn't lemon balm just smell beautiful?
I just love it. It's just when it's like rosemary, isn't it? It's that kind of.
And that does put thyme as well.
Yeah. And this one does have a little bit of rosemary in it as well.
Lemon and thyme.
So the little mermaid on the front.
Yes. Was she on the last bottle?
She was.
So she
was designed for us by a guy called Mau Mau. He was a street artist, and our local Banksy, if you like. But he exhibits worldwide now. So he did that little mermaid for us. He did.
He exhibits worldwide now.
Yeah, he does foxes, pigs, mermaids. He famously did one of the mermaids sitting on an oil drum with the Shell logo on it. Years and years ago. And he also did the Surfers Against Sewage logo on there.
And she's holding a cocktail, and her hair kind of fits in with the sea.
Yeah.
And is that his?
That's a cute. Now that's our logo that we didn't ask for actually, but the designer of the bottle just put the Q and S together and came up with that, and it kind of looks quite maritime.
Quentin and Sadie. Nice. So look, if you can see there in that bottom corner. They're all singing, "Do you want to build a snowman?" from Frozen. Because apparently we're Frozen again. You'll have to go back. You'll have to go back and watch it on YouTube. Let's hope it lasts. Right.
Yeah. So
which what? So your favourite is Lundy. Is that your default?
That's the one at the moment. And I wonder whether it's like because it's summertime and I quite like that one at the moment. This one comes in and out all the time as being my favourite.
Which is the best for a cocktail? Because you just said basil smash. Is that?
Yeah, well, that one, the Thai basil smash, that was brilliant. But this one, I think lemon and thyme it kind of sits nicely with most cocktails. I think that one. But then the hibiscus I really enjoyed last year. That was a hot gin as well.
Hot gin.
Hot gin.
Hot gin. Hot gin.
Hot gin.
What's hot
Which
gin?
I didn't think I'd like. You know, like I'm trying to think like what's the warm wine called? I've forgotten.
Oh, that you have in Spain?
Yeah.
Oh no, you're not the one you have in Spain.
Glue wine.
Oh, glue wine.
Like glue wine, you know, like the warm wine. There we go, got it.
I was thinking the sangria, which is not a warm wine at all.
So we went to actually the boathouse in Instone, and they did for firework night. They did a hot gin. She's like, you're gonna have to try it, and I'm like, I'm not, because if I have blue wine, I instantly look like a beacon.
That's a universal truth for everybody. Everybody just goes roasting hot.
Can't do it. So, but she said, no, try it. So just gin, hot water, lemon, ginger, and I think you put like a little syrup in there. And oh my God, it's just lovely.
Say it again for me. So it's just
gin, so like a normal shot of gin, topped up with hot water and a little sugar syrup, I think, in there.
Oh, okay.
And a lemon, ginger, and that was it in there, really. Unless you did some magic pine bar that I didn't witness, but it was just
to have that with hibiscus. Your hibiscus one.
Yeah.
Right, I feel I need to taste Are we going through the list?
Yeah. No, you choose because you.
Well, I was going to say I need to taste the laver because that's the one for the competition.
Right,
but that's not saying I shouldn't taste the others. And then broken out from the list.
I'm not very good.
Right, wait a minute, I need to water it.
Pouring very tiny amounts.
Do you free pour at home or do you measure?
Measure, otherwise it's dangerous.
Yeah, me too.
We didn't used to, but it's like no good.
And do you drink other people's gin?
I did. I haven't in the last year. I haven't, and that's really bad, isn't it? So I've started. I've told myself I've got to get back out there and like start to buy ones again. So I've like Papillon and Thunderflower.
Mm-hmm.
All those.
They're local, aren't they?
Yeah. They're beautiful Devon gins, and Copper Frog. I've tried that because I was thinking about all the
Copper Frog around here. Yeah.
So I've tried all of those, and that's the thing. Like the craft gins, they're all so I don't know, just unique. You always get something from all of them, don't you? But,
so I find it really interesting driving. We don't know if we're back or not. We don't know. I find it really interesting driving across the country. Are we live or not? Sorry, everybody.
Bad in this end of the country.
We're just going to see. Oh no, look, I think. I don't know. We don't know.
Just gonna carry on with this.
Driving across the country, looking at all of the different names, like drove past Elstead, and I spoke to Elstead Village Distillers a few weeks ago, and then saw Hogmore Distillery. Yeah. So it's really interesting learning about the distillers, and you, as you say, you get something. Everyone does something slightly different, and it's something different, something else that's important to each distiller as well.
Yeah. God, it's good.
Bloody hell, right?
Yeah. Try it with some tonic in a second. This one makes a very good dirty martini.
It doesn't taste like it smells, and it messes with your head. Yeah. We're live again. Hello.
And so you get like it's weird.
It's weird. I think this is going to be really popular though, because people are looking for different, and I think that's the thing about your lineup is this girl band of 6 that we've got in front of us are all, each one's very different to the next as well.
Yeah.
And they're different to what else is out there, because you normally get lemon and thyme maybe, and some people do hibiscus, but Lundy, Thai basil, even the sapphire, they're normally just occasional seasonal or just one batch to try, but
mixed in with other things. Sometimes, because I know like samphire, sometimes people sort of put with other botanicals. Obviously the usual botanicals in there, but
I'm actually quite liking the smell of this.
Well, the thing is, you initially when you smell it, you think
Yeah, you think.
And then when you get to a point, and then when you actually taste it, and it doesn't taste as it smells, which is weird anyway, I get a sweetness at the end.
Yeah. It is actually quite sweet, isn't it? There's no spicy or bitterness to it. But it's not sickly sweet. It's kind of clearly a gin.
Yeah.
With a
little bit of heat there now as well.
Yeah. It's maybe it's because it's the sea thing going on, but there is similarities, I think, to the samphire.
Yeah.
But it doesn't smell like it tastes. You've got to enter the competition to win this one, or just go and buy it, because it's a really unusual one.
And I think when you put it with, maybe that's why I put it with grapefruit, and when I serve it, because then it reminds me of a summer's day on the beach, and that's probably just for me.
Yeah.
But the grapefruit really works with it. I do like dressing it up with that one.
So on your website, are we still live? Let's see. On your website, it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Number 7, there's always something.
There's always something.
And is Quentin just playing with a 7th option?
Well, that's kind of like my job. I kind of go out when I'm walking the dogs, and I bore you with this on our social media, but when I go out with the dogs and when we're out on the beach, you're always sort of looking for something new in the hedgerows, because they're often things that you just generally just sort of walk by and have walked by for years, and then you pick it and you take it home and you put it in a little jar. And you go, I wonder what that's going to smell like. So we've got lots of little jars. I mean, a lovely find this year was, what we found this year, we found mugwort in the hedges.
Sounds what?
Mugwort, it's called. Sounds like something from Harry Potter.
Mugwort.
And it's called sailor's tobacco. So it's like a little, I'm not a botanist, but just, it's like, it grows in hedgerows with abandon, it's just everywhere. And they used to use the flowers on it for tobacco for sailors. This is the story anyway. When they ran out of tobacco when they were on high seas.
And they chew it or
roll it?
Roll it.
Yeah. Wouldn't recommend it.
Don't do that.
Wouldn't recommend it. And obviously used for lots of other crazy stuff as well.
Extra affairs.
Yeah, which when you look into all these herbs,
and
things botanicals that you find everywhere, and you look up with stories, they used to burn things to get the evil spirits out. All of these things like use for medicines, and this one helps with sleep apparently.
So basically, if you drink too much of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, the one that might be on the horizon for number 7 will just knock you out.
He's just testing that one at the minute, so he puts it in his little jars and then,
But I love that. I love the thought. And we had the same kind of similar vein of conversation with Shed One Distillery. Was it last week before? And Zoe just goes out foraging. When she's walking down, she's got a border terrier. What dog have you got?
Collie and a Cocker Spaniel.
Collie and Spaniel.
Yeah.
And she goes out walking the dog and she's like, I'll just take that. And it's a really nice vibe. It's a really nice feel to it.
You learn stuff. You learn then what's in your hedgerows, and you learn what you can use these things for. And, the only thing I do steer clear of are like the mushrooms and things like that, because I'm just not. I think you need.
You want to make it home on your walk.
But
we don't want to pick any.
I do steer clear of, but I've got my little books at home, and I've got my little app on my phone to find out what the flower is initially, but I never trust it because it's been wrong a couple of times, and then I go back and have a little look in my books just to make double sure no one was injured or anything, so it's all right.
So if you're ever down in the Bideford, Abbotsham area, and you go to RHS Rosemore, you may be pounced on by Quentin out of the bush. That's one thing. And if you're walking on the streets on holiday, the lanes, you'll either see Sadie swimming in the distance, or eating some sort of item from the floor. From a bush.
You probably wouldn't want to talk to me.
Sounds really glamorous. Right, should we try one with tonic?
Yes.
Let's pop a dash of tonic in.
Which one?
What have we done?
We haven't. I don't think we've done samphire, the London Thai.
Right, so let's do samphire.
Right. Okay.
She says, with no authority whatsoever.
I've got some ice in the fridge over there as well.
I think it freezes when I move the laptop, so I can't move it and show you the view. I will take some photos so you can see.
Okay. I won't pour myself one because I've got to drive.
Oh yeah. Have I said I'm staying in a caravan?
I don't know.
Oh, well, okay, so some ice.
I've got some ice.
Oh wow, that Samphire one has got a bit of a heat to it in the back.
Yeah.
That is very clear for me.
Yeah.
That's a very clear, like almost the cleanest of the flavors.
Yeah.
It's a slightly sea. How would you describe Sapphire? How would Clinton describe it? What would Clinton say?
You know, we all expect it. It's super salty when you just eat it. But
yeah,
this one, I just think it gives a nice clean sort of almost. You do kind of get a little bit. Sometimes I get a little bit stain off. I mean, I wonder whether it's just the different batches. Sometimes.
Yeah, you must get that difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just get a little bit of that. I bet that's nice with lime.
It fills then you kind of, I don't know. This
fills your mouth. Yeah, it's got a sweetness.
Yeah.
It's got a sweetness, but not as much sweetness as a hibiscus.
Do you want a little bit of ice with that?
Yes, please.
I'll try not to splash it everywhere.
Because otherwise, nobody wants to find me licking a table.
There you go. It's a little bit tonic.
Thank you. Cheers.
I'm going to have some tonic.
Oh, I was going to we could share. Cheers. Happy Friday afternoon at 4:00. Everybody.
Oh. Yeah, and that one I serve with like a little bit of apple. Some blackberries.
Oh, do you apple and blackberries?
Yeah, because that's just what he gets when he's making it, and he's right. You know, when you walk in, it does smell like
apple and blackberries.
Yeah, yeah. But obviously, it doesn't taste like it at all. But I think when you put that as a garnish, it gives it.
Yeah, a slice of apple. Something also fresh. I think.
Yeah.
Probably lime will be a bit too citrusy actually,
but I think that's the thing with gin.
They're all really nice.
It's to your taste, isn't it?
Tia, the beauty of North Devon being so far is there's this new thing called DHL. Click.
Yeah.
Get you sorted out.
Yeah. So yeah, we Drink Finder do our online sales for us because there's only two of us, and we were realising that we just can't.
Oh, Drink Finder do them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you just can't do everything.
Very, very true.
So yeah, Quint's time is best used making gin.
As we can see. I love how you've gone for unusual flavour. So how big is this going to get? What's the
get too big?
No, you can't have 10. No, you can't be going endless.
No, but I think we were talking about this the other day. It's just whether you do sort of like a special one once a year, and just practice. Just go with a different flavour that you found. We don't know.
Yeah, that's the beauty. I guess the beauty of this is we're foraging. Yeah, we're jumping out on bushes. Yeah, we're walking dogs.
We're just like scaring.
We don't know. We don't know what we're going to find. Yeah. Okay, here's a quick question, and I think I can assume the answer. Gin liqueurs. That's it. She said it. She's answered. We don't actually need an answer now. We might cut off in a minute because we've got no battery.
I don't do sweet things like that though. They're not for me.
These aren't sweet gins. No. You've got a slight sweetness in the biscuits, but they're not. There's no sugar rush with these. No. These are ginny gins.
Yeah. Ginny gins.
Ginny gins. Lorna has asked, do you do
There's a strange noise.
There's music. It's like a musical alarm.
We'll ignore it.
Do you do virtual gin tastings?
Do you know?
Should we do one?
Well, we could, but this is the thing. Like once you do it, once you've done this, and you realise it's okay.
Sadie's petrified, by the way.
It's once you've done them, then it's okay, isn't it? So yeah, maybe. I've got to convince Quinn actually.
Have you?
Yeah.
Is he showman or not?
He's in the middle.
Is he?
Yeah. Get him into something, talk about something that he loves, and he's off.
Well, this is quite arty, isn't it? This whole, the flavour profiles, the branding, the kind of attention to detail doing all this. It's an art, and actually my husband would love it. I think I'd love to kind of lean in and get involved in and do something like this. Yeah. He's not going to. Not going to do that. But can we guess then that Quinton is also not a lover of your bubble gum?
No.
You can say it.
No.
I think we can all guess. Because we look at these bottles, look how clean they are, like crystal clear water. And hibiscus, just so to remind everybody who can hear the lineup, number 1 is hibiscus, number 2 is lemon and thyme, number 3 is samphire, number 4 is Lundy, number 5 is Thai basil, and you've got to like, because I own the Thai basil one, you've got to like both basil and gin, because it's there's no question in your mind as to what that is. So if you like cocktails and you make cocktails and you want a perfect one for basil smash, Thai basil, and then laver gin, which is certainly the more unusual one, I would say.
Yeah.
But they're all proper gins.
Thank you. Yeah, we're super proud of them, So, and, we kind of figure that if we like them, hopefully somebody else will like them. So,
do you do? Oh, show us your glasses. Well, they're not glasses.
Like I said earlier, so for the last few years, I've been getting involved with like the beach cleans and everything around here, because we all know the problems that we have. So these bottles now, we wanted to get rid of the plastic cap that we had, and we also, these are now ceramic printed, so the local pubs that we supply are now giving us their bottles back so that we can then refill them so they're not recycled.
Great, that's great.
And we're going to roll that out a bit more locally when we're sort of getting used to sort of taking them back and sort of seeing how that process works, and we'll go out a bit bigger. And then these, obviously, they're called Enviro cups. They're made in Birmingham, they're made out of recycled aluminium, and they're just great for your chicken toilets. They keep them slightly cold.
I was going to say, they look like they might keep them
so we got these prototypes today, so these are a smaller one. We've had the bigger ones, and they've all gone. So
Sadie thought she'd start by exploring with glasses by going with a pint glass, because that's how she drinks a gin and tonic. So earlier when she said, I always measure, nobody asked her what the size of the measure was, because we were working off a pint glass. 25 ml don't really cut it, neither does 50. So you've gone for a more consumer-friendly size.
Yeah. Well, the first ones we kind of like, we take ours camping, like the bigger ones, we take them to like festivals and things, and they're
prototype.
Don't have to go for the single-use nonsense.
And is this the start of a range of merchandise?
I don't
Not
know.
sure.
No.
I'll work on it. We'll have hoodies. we'll have laptop cases.
The thing is, she's such a beauty. She's so lovely, and like this artwork on the back is also from a lady called Merlin Chesterman. So the waves on the back are actually waves from a print that she made, a wood print called Atlantic. So she lives at Heartland, which if you're ever down in North Devon, go to Heartland, because it is it's amazing. Really rugged cliffs and seas there. And the lady actually that does it, she goes swimming every day. She tries to go swimming down there every day. She took me for a swim a couple of weeks ago, and I got down there and I was like, she's not going to take me out in that water, because there was a bit of
no.
And then I got down to the bottom of the slipway, and there were all these ladies, and I'm sure they won't mind me saying, sort of older ladies,
mature ladies.
And I was about to chicken out of going in, and they were all there going, come on then, Sadie, we're ready. So she was took me in and went out to the big rocks, and it's fab. And obviously this is her thing, and she creates some amazing pictures. So go and have a look at Merlin Chesterman, Merlin with a Y.
Merlin Chesterman woodcuts.
Yeah.
Merlin Chesterman woodcuts.
Yeah. So that's the whole bottle really. It's all about North Devon.
And have you always lived in North Devon?
Yeah, we moved away. I've always. Well, we moved away. We moved to Switzerland. We went to Switzerland for about 8 years because Clint worked out there for a bit. So, and then we decided we needed to come home.
Yeah,
because obviously his family are here as well.
So. And it's a pretty nice place in the world to come home to. Yeah. I mean, if you haven't spent any time in North Devon, it's incredibly beautiful. Yeah. And I think, looking at these bottles and the taste of the gin, obviously the attention to detail that you put into it, and we know we talk about the importance of buying direct and getting to know the gin distillers, and that's why we're doing this. But and you have lives as well and jobs,
it's not just gin.
It's not just gin. Wouldn't it be nice if it was? Wouldn't it be nice if it was just gin? But the attention to detail that's gone into this, that you can tell from the bottle and the flavour profiles, is impressive.
The Lundy one, the mermaid's still there. She's just
Is that just on the Lundy one?
Yeah, just
Why
on
did
the
you
Lundy
put that just on
Well,
Lundy?
because we wanted
Let me
the
show you.
mermaid still to be there, I suppose.
Oh,
And the
because it's
design-
puffin.
Yeah.
So on Lundy, you
Yeah.
can see the puffin. So I feel like we now will have to have the set because you can't have the puffin missed out, can you? Because that's
He's proving to be quite popular, I think. People like him.
they look really smart as a set. So I'm going to take loads of photos.
Yeah.
Right, my phone battery is about to die. This is what you get from being in the country manor estate thing, and being in the car with no charger. So, anything else we need to tell everybody?
No.
And is that I should have asked?
No, I didn't think so. Just let us know when you've tried a gin. It's always lovely to hear what you think about it and what you've enjoyed, and yeah.
And they can find you. Instagram is at Atlantic Spirit. Sorry, just so you know, Instagram at Atlantic Spirit. I'll do this bit. And I even think your website is Atlantic-Spirit.
Yeah.
It has got a hyphen. I remember checking this.
I know that one.
Tia, that is the royal we. I'm a famous for royal wees. Right, so we're going to say, before we get cut off again, we're going to say bye. Yeah. There is a competition to win a bottle of laver, which I rang Sadie about on the way down and was like, should we just do a competition? Yeah, let's do it. It's a Friday, why not? So I'm going to post that on the page and then it will run. What day is it today? Friday. It's a busy week next week. Let's do it until Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right with you?
Yeah.
So until Tuesday, the competition. There we go. Formal agreement, just ongoing. Thanks, Louisa. Right, so we'll say bye, everybody.
Yeah.
And I will put loads of pictures of these. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm going to carry on drinking because if I've not mentioned it, I'm staying in the caravan. Okay, bye.